Where are we next? The drop in the stock market since the coronavirus. Of course, you will know, our listeners will know why. They were siphoning out the back door 1.87 trillion, which Kim snatched it all back. But it's now being reported in the mainstream media. And our members will be familiar because it was highlighted again in a recent rerun show. And the drop in the stock market since the virus began has resulted in huge losses for millionaires in the United States. And at the start of the year, there was a record 11 million people in the country with over $1 million in assets, according to a new study published by the research firm Spectrum Group. Another Langley organisation. Spectrum, not Spectrum. However, after the fluctuating losses and gains of the past several weeks, approximately 500,000 people who were on that list are now no longer millionaires. While that number is sure to change from day to day, it seems safe to assume that when all is said and done, there'll be a lot fewer millionaires after the pandemic than there were before. Now, whilst there are some ripple effects experienced by the general population, the wealthy are most affected by the stock market crash, and the top 1% of households owned 53.5% of equities and mutual fund shares, according to the data from the Federal Reserve. Now, according to the Bloomberg Billionaire Index, the world's richest 500 people have lost nearly 1.3 trillion since the beginning of the year, and the nation's wealthy certainly lost the most money in the past few months. But they had much more to lose, obviously, and many of them have private bunkers, or at the very least enough resources to get them through this difficult time. But people who live paycheck to paycheck may not have lost as much money in the stock market, but many of them have lost their jobs and fear they won't be able to afford to survive in the coming weeks and months. And to add to that, it was reported this week that 3.3 million Americans filed for unemployment, shattering all previous records. And the Labour Department said in a statement announcing the numbers that was low and expect more. I think there was another unemployment report today. I haven't checked in on it. I've been kind of busy. Millionaires losing their wealth. Low billionaires losing their wealth. All as forecast in Clowns in Panic, which we did last year, was it not?